Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. I want to talk to you today about motivation. Are you the kind of person who is experiencing that void with English? Are you the kind of person who feels like they have some kind of emptiness that they just can't fill with English? It's like you go to speak and then the words don't come. And you look down at your chest and you realize that the words aren't there. Does that sound familiar to you? You know, you start what you hope is a good language exchange or a good few minutes of study or even shadowing, and you feel this kind of emptiness and coldness, and you wonder, ooh, what is that? And where's all my English? And it's a very profound and deep thing, because it's telling you, well, actually what you thought you know, you can't recall. And it's possibly because of your mood, it's possibly because of the way that you were feeling in that moment, but have you ever experienced that? Then if you have, this podcast is for you. One of the hardest things that I've ever done in my free time is to learn Spanish. Now, it was quite easy in the beginning. I could learn lots of vocabulary. It was a little bit difficult to talk to foreigners. I mean Spanish people. And there was this thing kept coming up, which was really odd. Just moments where I just couldn't seem to move forward with the language, and I was kind of stuck. Until one day, I had this huge, this huge revelation of what was wrong. I was waiting for someone or something to happen to improve my Spanish. It was going to be in the next book. It was going to be in the next teaching session. It was going to be in what somebody said to me. It was going to be somewhere, anywhere, but it wasn't going to be in me. So I kept looking around saying, okay, what do I need to learn next? What's the next chapter in the book? What book do I need to buy? Oh, I'll buy this book. Surely this book will help me. I can translate it. Oh no, what about this book? I have this book in English. It's better. Oh, there's someone who can talk English. Let's see if he can help me with my Spanish. Oh, there's a lovely recipe in Spanish. It looks easy. I'll take it. Yeah. And I was always looking for something outside of myself to solve this problem that I thought I had. Until one day when I suddenly realized that I didn't actually need something outside of myself. I simply needed an opportunity to express myself in the second language. Even though I thought I had little Spanish, as soon as I had space and people who were a little bit patient with me, I realized that I could say more than I have a dog, I have a brother, I have a mother and a father. As soon as there was some kind of space there, I could express myself very well. And that, I think, is what most of us miss. We're not given permission, and we're not always given space for us to express ourselves. And therefore, our English, in the case of you learning English, stays at a level of, I have a dog, I have a brother, I have a sister, but there's no real expression there. Your head isn't in touch with your heart. So, my challenge for you today is to ask yourself, are you talking from your head with words that you learned from a book 5 minutes ago, which you probably aren't going to be able to recall? Or are you expressing yourself from that place where you think your English isn't. You see, this is the problem. We all think, oh, my English is so bad, I can't find any words. You can't find any words because you're having a stupid conversation if you have brothers and sisters. I mean, how often is someone going to ask you, excuse me, where is the train station? That's the level of English that you learn from a grammar book, really. And if those are the kinds of conversations that you're having, they're not going to do you much good. Not only will you forget them quite quickly, I mean, if I want to know where the train station is, I'll open Google Maps. But it's something a little bit different. It's something about self-expression, about authenticity, about allowing you to be yourself in a second language. By making jokes in a second language, for example. By using recipes in a second language. By talking about more than just the dog in a second language, by saying how you're feeling on that particular day. So, if you sometimes get these moments where your English just, it's like it isn't available, if there was a sign it would say do not disturb on the door, if you're having those kinds of moments, maybe it's time for you to start expressing. In many cultures in the world, teachers are very good, but sometimes they don't just give you a space to talk. I've been with teachers like that before from certain cultures. Spain is one of them, where they just want to talk. And then you say this, and you say this, and you say this. And I just want to say to them, would you just shut up for a minute and let me speak? Could you just shut up? And sometimes with a teacher, you have to say that. You have to lay the ground rules and say, this is my lesson. Can you just butt out for a minute and let me talk? I want to express myself. I have a dog. Why are you asking? So, expression and being yourself and being authentic, even if you get it wrong, is much more important than sitting in front of a book for 2 hours learning how to say, where's the train station? So, with a teacher, engage in authentic conversations. And if the teacher doesn't know how to do that, get rid of her. Because they should be encouraging you to have a good conversation. Authentic, deep, expressional, to bring out that English which is a little bit stuck. Well, that's it from me today. I hope you found this helpful. Let's talk again soon. Bye.